Coming in, you guys, it's day number 44 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. You know, I'm getting in an ice bath, and I wanted to let you know, today, when I went to feel if there was ice at the bottom, there was a humongous sheet of ice at the bottom today. I mean, the thickest, biggest, baddest sheet of ice at the bottom of this ice bath today. As you guys know, the Morozco Forge is the machine that I have, and it makes its own ice. And so today, because I cut my toes on day 6, I always check the bottom to see if there is sharp ice. And guys, today there was sharp ice at the bottom. So for the last hour, I have had a hammer. In fact, let me show you the hammer I was using. I have had a hammer, and it's still ice cold. I've had a hammer hammering the bottom of this ice bath, trying to break up as much of that sharp ice as possible. I think I got enough of it out of the way so that when I get in, I can just lift my legs above the little ridge of ice. But yeah, this thing makes great ice, but sometimes it sticks to the bottom and it doesn't always pop up. And yeah, in fact, you can probably see some of the white little thing, where I was hammering on it, and you could see some of those little white caps. That's where I was hammering to loosen it up. So anyway, the things I do to do an ice bath. So welcome, you guys. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Let's see what the temperature is today. 32 degrees, right on the button today, you guys. So it's going to be nice and icy. I hope you guys are, those of you that are into it, getting ready to watch the Super Bowl here in about an hour and a half. So no better way for me to kickstart Super Bowl than to get in an ice bath. I do have a topic I want to talk about today, and it's the whole concept of an ice bath a day will keep the doctor away. And I want to talk about that here in just a minute. So let's set you guys down. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me here on this Super Bowl Sunday. We will get into the ice bath here. 5 minutes on the clock. I'm going to try hard there's like a big ridge of ice right there. I'm going to try not to step on that and definitely not cut my toes. So wish me luck as I get in. 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. I'm going in gingerly because there was still a little bit of slick ice here. All right, let me see where that ridge. All right, there's the ridge. Piece of cake. Somewhere over the rainbow, there is fire. I'll be warm soon enough, though, just not right at this moment. You can't say I'm not entertaining. I'm just chilling, literally. Chilling like a villain in my ice bath. Every single day somebody asks me, where do you get all that ice? And so I remind them, this company that made this ice bath is called Morozco Forge, and it makes its own ice. And so if you came in late, I was telling the story about how I had to take a hammer at the bottom of this tank, and I still feel a little bit of a ridge of ice down there, but most of the bottom was just one big solid sheet of ice. and there was some jagged edges down there that was going to cut me if I didn't break it up. So thankfully I was able to break it up and get the ice going, but makes its own ice and filtrates its own water. It's a pretty cool little device. I love it. So today I wanted to talk about why the ice bath. What is the main kind of overriding theme? Trying to be healthy. And there's so many ways to get to health. Obviously nutrition, a lot of you guys have followed my work for many years. You know all about the benefits of low carb, keto, carnivore types of nutrition, and it's very good to make you healthy. But I think there's other things that you can do in your health, all the so-called biohacks that we talk about all the time. And get back in here. Ice. All the biohacks that we do. And so ice baths is yet another one. And so I think we've heard the adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I wonder if we could reframe that. I wonder if we could now say an ice bath a day keeps the doctor away. And it's just one of those things that if you get into the habit of it and you find the benefit from it, whether you realize it or not, you're boosting your immunity and you're improving your health. And isn't that what we all want? Isn't that the purpose? Is to stay away from the doctor and to be able to do things to be healthy on our own? I think so. And especially with all the uncertainty about the future, of where things are going, it's better to come up with ways now to heal thyself and to keep yourself healthy. And an ice bath is one of those things that I choose to do in my own life. And I think it served me pretty darn well. I enjoy them. Today is a little more intense than normal. It's 32 degrees on the nose, by the way, that for those of you that came in late. And I'm feeling it pretty intensely in my hands and in my feet today, more so than normal. So that's kind of interesting. I got about 15 more seconds left. So yeah, I don't know why they're getting a little more numb than they normally do. So I'm going to start working my way up and making my hair wet. All right, let me get up slow because there is that ridge down there. And I do not want to slip on that ridge. All right, right there. Big ridge. Whew. Yeah, that water was a little more intense today. Woo! I can feel that on my backside. I wonder because the ice was down low. I don't know why. I just know I'm a lot more numb today, not just in my hands and my feet, but in my belly and my back. I mean, I'm not complaining. I was just in freezing temperature water, so that's to be expected, but I notice differences when it's different. I'm in there every single day, so when there's anything that's different, I notice it right away. But as always, the hands, very, very numb. Toes, very numb. Today, my belly and my back are pretty tight. I can feel tightness from them being numb. And the back of the neck, I think so much ice went behind my head that when I leaned back, I could feel the numbness back there. So I don't mind the numbness. That's kind of par for the course. If you're going to get in freezing temperature water for like 5 minutes, you just have to know that it's going to get cold. So that's okay. I don't mind the cold. That's literally the reason I get in there, is to experience the cold. And now that I'm out of the bath, I'm able to experience the warm up and my body naturally doing that. I don't turn on heat. I don't dry off. I don't put on warm clothes or a big towel or something. I don't do all the things. And I oftentimes, when I watch people online doing cold therapy, they'll do like a snow plunge where they're laying in the snow, and then they're like, and then they go to a sauna, and I'm going, you're defeating the purpose. Let your body be the thing that warms you back up. Why does it have to be a sauna? I think this is where all the benefits start happening. It's what's happening right at this very moment, getting out of the ice bath and now letting your body naturally warm itself up. Because I have coldness all over my body, my brown fat production is now kicking into high gear. It's activated. It's recruiting some of the white fat, trying to convert it into brown fat so that it can help warm me up. And now my hands, I can feel my hands actively starting to get warm. So these were just numb like 2 minutes ago. Now I can start to feel the feeling coming back in them, and I can feel kind of a warming sensation all over my hands. It's pretty cool, like in real time, when you kind of check in with yourself after getting out of cold to see how your body is responding. And all of these processes, guys, from the brown fat activation, from the inflammation lowering, from all the chain reaction of everything that happens while you're in an ice bath and when you get out of an ice bath, that's going to keep me well. So when I was talking about an ice bath a day, a cold shower a day will keep the doctor away, I'm not kidding you. I feel like this is something simple that literally everybody can do, and we all want to stay healthy. We all talk about health in the context of nutrition, but we don't talk about some of these other things like an ice bath, like sun exposure, like sauna, like red light therapy. There's so many things, like exercise, all these things that we can do that help keep the doctor away. And I love it. I love doing all these things, and I can't imagine not doing these kind of things, because we all want that optimal health. All right, let's see who all's here today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see some of my usual suspects. Cherish is here, Holly's here, Linda's here, Gabby's here. Gabby says, burr. Yes, it's quite burr. Back of my back is really numb today. Usually all I feel are the hands and the feet. Now, it was 32 degrees right on the nose. That's a little colder than I usually have. And so I wonder if that just slight temperature difference is why I'm colder today. But hands and feet always numb. But today my back and even my belly kind of got numb. But I'm okay with that, because if I feel numbness there, then somehow it's going to have to get warm. And I envision my body saying, all right, white fat, we're going to need you. Let's help warm this boy up. I see Bulletproof Coconuts here. Cherish said, just chilling. Yes, I am just chilling. Bulletproof says, go, Jimmy. Salt, timer, and eggs. Salt, timer, and eggs. I did have an egg breakfast today with some sausage. That was cool. I see Corrine and Miss Hockey. Cherish says, an apple will keep anyone away if you throw it hard enough. I used to like apples when I was a kid, and I don't have any problem with people eating apples now. I think apple with like almond butter is amazing if you've never done that before, and you can handle the extra carbs, that's fine. But yeah, when I was a kid, I loved apples, partly because my daddy Bob, he had an apple tree in Tennessee. We would always love going to visit Daddy Bob when we went to visit family in Tennessee. It was my mom's grandfather. And behind his house, there would be the propane tank. And we'd always play on the propane tank. We had no idea what that thing was, but it was an above ground propane tank. And then he would have a big apple tree, and you could smell the apples as you came on the property. That's how strong it was. It was a huge apple tree, like group of apple trees. And we'd go, and then we'd see them all over the ground. And we go to grab one on the ground. He's like, no, grab one off the tree. It's fresher. And so we would eat apples all the time. That's one of the few happy childhood memories that I have, is Daddy Bob's apple trees. I see Ray Luca is here, and Lisa, Madeline, all my usual peoples. Cherish wants to know if I'm fasting. I am not currently fasting. Well, number one, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm getting ready to go have some food. I haven't really quite figured out what I want to eat yet, but I will have some food while I'm watching the game. I will not be having seed oil infested chicken wings. I mean, I get it. That's a tradition, but they cook those things in seed oils, and so I choose not to put those things in my mouth. So I do plan on doing another fast soon, Cherish. I am in contact with a ketone ester company about having them supply some ketone esters for me to take while I'm fasting to see if there's any mitigation of some of the symptoms. And he heard about me blacking out on my last one. And so when I get that stash in, I will let you guys know when I will be fasting in case you want to join me. So yes, you guys, day 44 in the can. Just got out of the 5-minute ice bath, literally on the nose today, 32.0 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 0 degrees for my international friends. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to get in there every single day. And I do feel like that it's making my immune system stronger. It's preventing me from having to go to the doctor. I'm not sick. I haven't gotten the Black Plague. I haven't gotten the hokey pokey to protect me, so-called protect me from the Black Plague. And I don't worry about that because I keep myself pretty healthy. I take vitamin D. I take zinc. I do lots of things. I have my CBD oil from Naked Warrior Recovery. I forgot to take this last night. My deep sleep actually suffered last night. I had a couple hours of deep sleep and 1 hour of REM, but usually I do better than that. I forgot to do my upgraded magnesium from Upgraded Labs as well. So I'm going to take it now so I don't forget to take it. So we're going to do that real quick. All right. Bulletproof, would you use the ketones during the fast or when you feel like you need to eat? Oh, good question. So I'm probably going to take it as a preemptive thing where I will have set times during the day that I will take the dose. And so these ketone esters, I've used the esters before, and they're the same company that does the R13 that I featured on my podcast recently. I actually asked if I could do it with the R13, and he's like, you don't want to be drunk all day, dude. And I was like, well, I'm not going to drink them all day, but I would spread them out so I wouldn't be drunk. He said, well, the R1 alone would probably be better for that purpose. And so he said, I've always wanted somebody to fast for a week just using the R1. I said, okay, I will wait until you send me some R1 and I will do that experiment for you. So probably at set times during the day. Who do you want to win the game today, says Cherish. Honestly, my team, as you guys know, is the Dallas Cowboys. And so this is my man cave. I have got Dallas Cowboys paraphernalia literally everywhere. And I got a big ass television too. Everywhere in this man cave. This is my Cowboys corner, as I call it. And so I don't care who wins today. I mean, Matthew Stafford has suffered in Detroit for so long, and now he has a chance to finally win a title, and he's an amazing quarterback. So in that realm, if they win, I'll be happy for him. And OBJ winning a title, and there's a lot of people on the Rams that would be kind of cool. And then on the other side, you got the Cincinnati Bengals, who haven't even been in a Super Bowl in over 30 years. And I remember when I was a kid, the last time Cincinnati Bengals were in the Super Bowl with Boomer Esiason and the Icky Shuffle and all that. And so, yeah, I mean, and the fact that Joe Burrow won a national championship with college football 2 years ago, and then he hurt himself last year and he would come back and win a Super Bowl this year. I mean, he would definitely be the heir apparent to Tom Brady. I kind of like that story as well. So either way, we've got good storylines, but I watch it because I'm a huge rap music fan. And Eminem and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg are all performing at halftime. So that's right up my alley. I love rap music. And will enjoy the halftime show. And I also enjoy watching the commercials. And so aside from the football game, that's what I'll be watching. Have you ever tried any melatonin? There's a company that makes a mega dose for therapeutics. So I don't need melatonin, and I have a story about why I don't take melatonin exogenously. So about a decade ago, I actually did, because I was having trouble sleeping. This is what started me on my sleep journey of learning things. About a decade ago, I did start taking liquid melatonin, trying to help. And I ended up getting to a very high dose of the liquid melatonin, and I was still having trouble sleeping. And it got to the point where I actually had to wean myself off of the liquid melatonin because it was down-regulating my endogenous production of it. And so I'm very leery. I know people swear by melatonin, and if that's you and it gives you benefit, great. Please do what works for you. But for me, what I found was it totally shut off my body's ability to make melatonin. And I had to really entrain my circadian rhythm through sunlight exposure in my eyes throughout the day and various protocols that I do to get that back on. Now, it's been regulated for many years, but I'm very leery of adding in melatonin. So if you want to DM me, Bulletproof, the company that has that megadose melatonin, I would love to look into it to see if maybe it's a different kind that might provide a different benefit. But yes, I've heard both pros, and I have experienced very directly cons of taking high dose melatonin. Not a fan of, if you have trouble sleeping, that's not the first thing you need to jump to. Bulletproof says, I want to see drunk fasting Jimmy. Yes. Gabby says, I love your house. Yes, this is my man cave. So actually out that window and on the other side of the ice bath, the Morosco Forge, is my main house. So when I moved here 22 years ago, I've been here 22 years, the main house is 910 square feet. So it's not a very big house at all. My podcast recording studio that has my name and my URL behind me, when I'm on camera doing an interview, that's where I'm at, is over at my house. Then it's got a kitchen, it's got a couple bedrooms, it's got the shower, of course. And then over here, my bed is upstairs. This is my Cowboys corner. Back when I did audio podcasts, there's my podcast recording studio. I had a customized studio that I will still use for recording my audiobooks for future books. This is the Cowboys corner here with the TV. And then back over in this area, I've got an infrared sauna, a massage chair, and a vibration plate, and all kinds of things. And so I call that the therapeutic corner. And then out that window is the hot tub. So I got a cool digs here. I like my house. This building here I had customized. It's 1,200 square feet. So, and then that big backyard for all the chickens and a privacy fence. I like where I live. They literally just tore up the side road here. So over here on the side road, I used to have some beautiful trees. And you guys that have been watching every day, you might have heard some of the noise. Well, look what they've done. They have totally taken away all the trees, and there's a big cat right there that's leveling all this out. It looks like we're going to have apartment complexes being put up right next to where we live. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I hope I have good neighbors, because it's a very quiet little neighborhood here, right across the street from an elementary school. It's a cool place. So my other neighbors are like, hey, you think they're going to try to buy us out with our houses? I'm like, I'm not giving up my house very easily, very quickly. You're going to have to lay down some big bucks to get this house, because it's literally customized to everything I want. Miss Hockey says, I just hope it's a good game. Yeah, exactly. Like those ones that come down to the last play, it's great. But the blowouts, it's like, okay, when's the next commercial on? Okay. So I'm with you. I would love to see a competitive game. Hey, if it's anything like the playoff games that the Bengals have had up to now, they've been behind in every game in the playoffs, and they've come back and won. And so I wouldn't mind seeing it that way, that maybe they get down a couple of touchdowns to the Rams, and then Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase kind of work their magic and get them back in it. Regardless, I think it'll be a fun day. And look, Super Bowl is a very American thing, very American holiday. Bulletproof, how many relaxation herbs have you tried? I know you use CBD. Have you ever used kava? No. Kratom? No. I'm aware of both of them, but I have not. I use ashwagandha And in fact, I got a company to send me, it's not over here, it's at the other building, but I had a company send me some things to try. And one of them was a relaxation blend, and it had ashwagandha and some other little wildflower root. I don't remember everything that's in it. Dandelion root, something like that. Other things like that. And so I think all of the adaptogens and things like that are very effective. And look, I think we're all just trying to figure out ways to chill. And so the ice baths literally chill me. But from a supplement standpoint, relaxation herbs, they're good. There is this company, Radical Roots, that has all kinds of, this is their relief remedy, but they have different ones as well. Radical Roots, I interviewed them on my podcast, and she uses Chinese herbs in a lot of her blends that blends CBD oil with some of these Chinese herbs. So yeah, I'm game for all of that. I think all of these things can be a complementary to your diet and your biohacking stuff that you do. Looks like a resort at your house. Yes. Shh, don't tell any girl. So they'll never want to leave. Actually, I have a friend of mine who wants to come visit my birthday party. My 50th birthday party is coming up in 2 Saturdays. So 2 Saturdays from yesterday. So I've invited pretty much anybody that wants to come to my birthday party. My birthday was physically in December, but we're going to celebrate it here in a couple weeks. And so one of them said, hey, once the birthday party's over, can we hang out for like a week? I'm like, yeah. And she's been a good friend of mine. So she's like, I want to get in the ice bath, want to do the sauna and get in a hot tub. I said, you only want to come because it's a luxury resort. So I don't mind. My friends know they're welcome anytime. Ashwagandha is my favorite, says Gabby, for insomnia. It's the best. Yeah. Ashwagandha is one of those really big catch-alls. And the fun part about adaptogens, and specifically ashwagandha, Gabby, is I'm now seeing it in normal stores. When I was walking through Sam's Club or Costco, one of those big stores, I just like to walk down the different aisles to see how some of us influencers in the health world are influencing what products are on the shelves. And when I saw ashwagandha, I was just like, oh my gosh. We've been talking about ashwagandha for 5-6 years, and now they have it on the shelf. I guess enough people are like, hey, we heard that from Jimmy Moore. Can you put that on the shelf? So it's cool. All right, guys, let me pop off of here. It is time to get out of the wet clothes, at least. I don't warm up, but I do get out of the wet clothes after an obligate amount of time. But day 44 in the can. Hope you can get an ice bath or a cold shower and help keep that doctor away. That's the purpose in doing this, is to be healthy, strengthen your immunity, and help you take on whatever life decides to throw at you. All right, guys, go enjoy Super Bowl Sunday. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.